If you want to move but aren't having any luck selling your home, renting it out can be a great option, but there is a fine line between having a great rental experience and a terrible one. Here with some tips on what to consider before becoming a landlord is our real estate expert, Monte Mohr. Monte, welcome back to the show.
Great to be here.
All right, let's get straight to the first question we have.
Got a great question. Yes.
Yeah, this is from David and Sarah from Nashville. So they write in and they say, our home has been on the market for over 6 months with no offers. We can't lower the price any further because we owe too much on it. We are thinking about renting it out so that we can take advantage of the current market and buy a home in the area that we now want to live in. We've never been a landlord before and do not know where to start. Please share your thoughts on this subject. You know, this is a great topic to get some advice on.
Well, a lot of people are doing that now, Casey, because their homes haven't sold. And I've got, I learned the hard way. Nobody told me when I started buying rental properties the things to watch out for. So I'd like to help people, shorten their learning curve as much as possible.
That's right. So you have some tips for us today. Now, these are questions to consider before renting out your home. So really good advice. Now, the first tip you have is, do you have the temperament to be a landlord? Talk about that.
I think that's the most important issue is, do I really have the temperament to, can I sleep at night knowing somebody's in my property? Right. Knowing that I have 2 dishwashers now, not just 1. Those kind of things. Can I evict somebody? Will I feel sorry for them if they can't make their rent on time? You have to remain objective as a landlord. So that temperament's really crucial.
Exactly. And then the second tip you have is, how do you determine the correct rent amount? Now, this is what you need to know before you get into it.
There's really no science to it. It's not like dollar per square foot. It really comes down to just checking the current availability of properties that are similar to yours by checking Craigslist or Realtor.com or Realtrax.com, those kind of things. Just see what the current market is paying for that kind of property. Okay. There's really no science to it, so really because that changes from week to week. Exactly.
All right. And number 3, you say, how do you advertise when looking for the right tenant? What would you say there?
Well, my best experience has been probably with Craigslist. It doesn't cost anything, and people are looking at it constantly. You can update it regularly. The next one would be Realtrax.net to hire a realtor for a couple $100 to put it online. Those are probably your best sources. But I would always charge a little bit less than what the going rent is because I have a lot more people to pick from that way.
All right, there we go, good tips. Now, next you say, should you manage the place yourself or let somebody else take care of it? I think this is a good question because it can be a headache if you do it yourself.
It can be huge.
You got to know what you're getting into.
By all means, if you have the margin between what you're charging and what you're paying a monthly mortgage payment, if there's enough margin there to pay a third party, by all means do it. They're far more objective. They know about the eviction process and know how to deal with it. First time I had to evict somebody, it was a daunting experience. I did not like it. So by all means, if you have the margin, pay a third party.
Right. I love that. Good advice. All right, number 5, you say how to handle a pet deposit. What would you say there?
You know, the typical pet deposit's $150 non-refundable, but a pet can do a lot more damage. No offense to the puppy that was here a minute ago. the pets can do a lot more damage than $150. So what I've learned to do is charge more and make it fully refundable. Charge $500 to $1,000, but make it fully refundable. That way, when Fido's got to get up in the middle of the night or morning, you're more apt to get out of bed and go take him out rather than sleep in because you've got something at risk. You've got $500 to $1,000 at risk as a tenant.
Exactly, and some people, of course, choose to not even allow pets in their home.
Well, that's the higher bet, but more and more people have pets. So that's one way to getting around that is make sure they've got some skin in the game.
Exactly. All right, next question. You say, why should you get to know the neighbors? So what can we say there? You want to know who they're around, right?
Yeah, people don't think about that, but I'll never forget, I got a call in the middle of the night one time telling me that my tenants were moving out. And I don't know what I would have done had those people not been able to contact me and that I knew them personally, but they let me know when somebody was moving out in the middle of the night or if something suspicious is going on in the property, those kind of things. It adds an extra set of eyes to kind of watch over your property when you're not there all the time. So by all means, get a hold of it, know your neighbors around your property.
Exactly.
And if for any of the viewers that are really considering doing this, then contact me directly. My cell number is 300-8393. I'll give you a more exhaustive list free of charge of those items that that I've learned again the hard way. Nobody told me. I had to learn all these things the hard way.
That's right. And we're actually going to show the viewers today some people that you have helped.
We have a great example. This is Sarah and Jason. They have a home in Laverne. They weren't able to sell it after about 6 months of effort, and then we found their dream home, so we were able to rent it, and they used this same advice that I'm sharing today, and they were able to find their dream home in Portland. Got a really, really great deal.
And they call you Uncle Monty.
They do. I love them.
That's great. It's all about the relationship,
That's
too.
right.
Thank you so
Right.
much. Hey, if you need help buying or selling your home, call the Mohr Group at 615-376-4500, or to reach Monty directly, call 615-300-8393. We also have a link to the website, NashvilleRealEstateAdvisor.com. It's up on the More at Midday section of WSMV.com.